Hey, what's up with y'all? I got a couple of questions and DMs from a couple of guys, even text messages, kind of getting my thoughts on Future selling his catalog. If you guys don't know, he sold his catalog basically almost like 600 songs. The publishing catalog, his writing, his royalties from that or whatever, sold it for like 75 mil. I think somebody say 65 to 75. But, my thoughts on it, man, to be honest with you, this is kind of how the game is played. You know what I mean? You work, you put in your work in, you do what you got to do. Somebody makes you an offer for that kind of money. You take that money, especially if you know what you want to do with that 75 mil. Now, if he has a plan in place, he's trying to boss up and do some other things, then you take the 75 mil and do what you got to do. The mistake, though, that some artists do make is they always think about, man, I'm selling all my old stuff. I can always create new stuff. And if you're a very talented person like Future is, likelihood you can go ahead and create something new. But what people discount is the powers that be. They're in control over what's popular and what's not. So you look at all the other guys that sold their catalog, Timbaland, Wayne, man, you name it. All the guys that sold their catalog for big money, Justin Timberlake, they typically don't have another big hit after that. That's because if you one of those individuals that bought their catalog, you got that kind of bread, your obligation is to make all that money back as quick and as fast as possible. So, and that means that you got to keep those old songs being the hit song. The song that everybody thinks about for Future is going to be one of the songs that these guys own. So sometimes you see artists fall into a trap of, man, I can always create something new. I can always make new music. I can always write another hit. No doubt about it, you got the talent to do that, but just pay attention. Sometimes those hits don't really come because they're not attached to a bigger entity, like whoever the publishing company is or whoever the record label may be. So that may be a downfall there, just thinking that you can create something new. But if you already know exactly what you want to do with the bread, you got some investment opportunities right there in your face, kind of where you want to move or what you want to do. Hell, Future may just want to sit back and, boss up and do some other stuff, man. Open up some businesses, do some other things, you know what I'm saying? Who knows, you know what I mean? And typically you find artists that do that are artists that really haven't made a lot of money off of their music. They signed to a deal. They got a publishing company they signed to. So they probably have never seen a royalty check. I'm not saying Future ain't got no money. I'm just saying he probably got an advance for all his work that he put in, an advance for this album, an advance for that album. But he probably never seen a royalty check before, never got paid off of his music before. So now here's a chance to cash out 75 mil, live comfortable, do some things I want to do. So I can't knock no man for doing that. I'll never knock a man for getting his bread. I just hope he got a plan in place, know what he gonna do. But this don't fall into the false hope of, you know what, I'm a talented guy, I can write something else, I can make another hit. Because as y'all know, as I've told y'all, the artists can't control what's a hit. They just can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You hear it all the time. People tell you, man, I didn't really like that song when it came out, but it became a hit. Or that wasn't a song I thought would be a hit. So you can't not control what's a hit. You can't control what's a big radio song. Those are the powers that be, the big money that run the industry. But shout out to Future, man. Congratulations, brother. Hope you take this money and do some big things with it. Maybe pay off some debt, pay some taxes, whatever you got to do, and just live your life, man. Grow old and live your life. You got kids. I'm sure you get a chance to spend more time with them. It's just growth, man. It's just a part of it. We all build businesses. We all build brands for the one day we can cash out and really live off that money, man. So shout out to Future.